How to manage emotions based on everyday lifestyle and people around us. Chandni. Thank you for that question, Chandni. And it's a wonderful question because you know what? It's a very practical question. That because of the lifestyle, there is stress. Whether you're sitting for too long, or whether you're commuting for too long, whether you're traveling a lot, or whether there's a lot of working hours you're putting and then you're at home doing. So there's a lot of stress with the lifestyle itself that comes. At the same time, there are different kinds of people in your life. Like, I remember when there was pandemic and my house help, when there was, the house helps were not coming home, all of us were taking care of our houses and all of those things. In the lockdown was happening. The moment the lockdown was lifted, this woman came running to me. And she said, please दीदी रख लो मुझे वापस रख लो. I said, बेटा लेकिन आपने अभी टेस्ट भी नहीं कराया है, लॉकडाउन अभी खत्म हुआ है, ज्यादा पैंडेमिक का इश्यू. I was not holding her salary back. I was giving her salary. In fact, I told her, do you want advance money? You take it that also. Don't worry about money. Because her husband had lost a job and stuff like that. So I said, don't worry about the money. We'll take care of you. But stay at home. So she said, please मुझे वापस ले लो, घर पे ले लो, यहाँ रख लो. मुझे घर पे नहीं रहना है because हमारा घर बहुत छोटा सा है और सबकी जॉब नहीं है, सब लोग घर पे हैं. हमारे एक छोटे से रूम में 20 लोग रहते हैं मैम, और मैं नहीं रह पाती हूँ घर में. So I can totally get it that, the people around us can trigger us all the time. And especially, in the pandemic, if you have seen, the research says that the divorce rate has gone really high because people suddenly started staying with each other and they could not stay 24 hours with each other, right? So it's a very valid question that how do I manage my emotions with the lifestyle that I have and with the people around me. Now, the rescue for you is practicing mindfulness. First, spending time alone is very important in this case. How can you start spending some time alone? Demarcate some time alone for yourself. Whether it's before everybody gets up at home or before anything happens, go outside in the nature, set aside a time for yourself, keep a space for yourself where nobody enters in that time. Do some mindfulness exercises where you start writing a journal, start doing meditation, start doing some chanting, listening to some amazing music, enroll yourself in a dance class. Do something in the morning, take a time off in the afternoon for some time and do it again before you go to sleep. So take out some time for yourself depending on your lifestyle and depending on the time available to you. If you start spending time alone with yourself, if you create that space for yourself and also you do the mindfulness activities, you will see eventually you're able to manage this stress and your emotions in much better way. So wonderful question, Chani. God bless you. Formed how to do all the activities that I thought of or written them. Okay, Gurji. That's a wonderful question, and the question comes from the priority setting. That all that you're saying, the first thing that you need to understand is how many activities are there on your to-do list. A lot of people have 10, 15, 20 to-do things on their to-do list. Remember one thing, brain cannot multitask. And the second thing the brain cannot do is when it looks at so many activities, the first thing your brain goes into overwhelm. It's natural tendency of your brain. So if you want to really prioritize on things, I want you to take a hard look at your life. Look at all the areas: health, relationships, career, money, fun, recreation. 5-6 areas that you feel are important in your life. Have a look at all of them and then make a list of 10 things that you need to achieve in every area of your life. It could be short-term things and it could be long-term things. Okay? Once you've written down these 10 things that you want to achieve in your every area of your life, then list down which one are the short-terms. And short-term and long-term, preferably put them in alignment with each other so that you can actually work towards it. So check on yourself, what's your short-term, long-term, are they in alignment? Now when you look at them, choose one thing from every area. That's it. One thing from every area. And when you choose one thing from every area, now break it down even into small 3 things. Now out of those small 3 things, choose one thing. Again break it down to the small 3 things.
Then choose one thing and then take your notebook and you are going to only write 5 things for your to-do list. Only 5 things. Out of that, take 2 things which are difficult and take 3 things which are easy. Now, whatever is your most optimum time zone, like for me, my most optimum time zone is when I wake up in the morning. So my 2 most difficult things that I have to accomplish, I do it first thing in the morning. Then I take a lunch break, and after lunch break, I do the rest of the 3 things. So I don't keep more than 5 things on my list. If you have more than 5, then you're going to feel overwhelmed and you're not going to be able to finish them. So make sure that minimum, as much as you can, go onto the minimum list. Your brain is going to help you to achieve it. You can always go bigger later on. Like start small and then keep increasing the difficulty of those things. But you're not able to achieve them because you don't have the clarity. And remember, if you want to win in your life, you need 3 things: clarity, conviction, and courage. The clarity comes by breaking down things and making them simpler and simpler. And start with the smallest and simplest thing and then keep building on it. Okay, I hope that helps, Gurjeet.